August 2019. I'm going to go back to then. I don't really need this, I suppose. Going to go back to August 2019. I was working at a gas station, a Gulf, at the Newton Service Center on Route 128, kind of famous. I was on the way to the Brookline Pot Shop, which I was frequenting fairly often. Things were looking up. I had accomplished one lifelong goal, having a litter of kittens. I'd never had that. I had bred guinea pigs, bred, hamsters, gerbils throughout my life, but never had a litter of kittens with my cat Breeze. I missed out on that opportunity. So when Madeline turned out unexpectedly pregnant, I was just thrilled. I had worked a brief time at Subway, gotten very ill in April with a terrible flu, and left there. Hadn't worked for a couple of months, got a job at the Gulf Station in Newton. I had just started my job. I had no minutes on my old cell phone. It was an old flip phone and a track phone. Had to charge it with a card. It was my first week or two. I had gone through all the training for the gas station, just beginning my new job, and I started receiving calls at work. It was out of the blue, really. This woman, Denise, that I had taken in 2 cats in March. One had passed away on my birthday last year, and actually 2 years ago now. In 2019, and I still had the remaining cat. She was homeless. I had taken in 2. One was really old and seriously ill, passed away shortly afterwards. This was in March. Hadn't heard from her in 4 months until I start this new job in Newton, and all of a sudden she starts calling right in the middle of my workday. So, I didn't have minutes on my flip phone. I didn't have a card to charge my phone. So I went home after that work day, and my parents, who are in their 70s, I lived with my 2 senior parents. I lived with my my then 18 cats and 10 guinea pigs, 2 chickens, and 2 rabbits. So I come home from work, and I find out that Denise has been to the house. I did not give her my address. I reached out to the police to ask for help because I didn't give this woman my address. And as far as I was concerned, she was showing up and, could have gotten into my house, could have done anything. My parents are elderly. They don't know to not let these people in the house, and I reached out to police. Basically, they said I should give her cat back, and that if I wanted to, proceed further, I would have to go approach the Nashua District Court to file a restraining order. Well, I didn't have an address for Denise. Denise was homeless. So, and I couldn't get the time off from work. And I had, a few veterinary appointments as well for Madeline and the kittens. So I was very busy. I had taken the time, one day off already, to go down to the police station to ask what to do, and I just could not get the time off. So the next time I'm coming back, something got screwed up between the appointments and the job and the time off and the manager on vacation. I ended up losing the job as a result of all of this happening. So, and I come home one afternoon, and the police have now given the same woman that I just reached out to them and asked for help about her coming to my house. Somehow she has gotten the address from the police, and the police are now taking her to the address. Her cat was given back. As far as I know, that was the end of it. Well, the next day, Officer McMillan shows up. Officer McMillan is the area animal control officer. And apparently Denise had, told them all kinds of things about me, saying I owned weapons, I was abusing the elderly, and even after getting a notice from the senior services in the area saying we've found her reports to be unfounded, um, the dog officer had taken all my animals into custody. Apparently Denise probably gave them who only knows what story. And so my animals have been in custody as of August 13th, 2019. All of my animals. Denise got her cat back, and I lost all of my animals, including some I had been caring for a gentleman in the Air Force, and some that were also, elderly people that could no longer care for their animals. It's not just me and my cats that are out of a home for 8 years because of Denise's. I mean, basically, it's like swatting someone. It's like saying someone has a bunch of guns when they don't have guns, and then the whole Gestapo comes in, storms through the house, and people get hurt. Denise didn't care, and she probably didn't even care about her cat to keep him alive this long. So that's basically what's been going on since 2019. I don't know where to start now. I'm still waiting for a trial. Because of COVID closing the courts, I'm still waiting for a trial. Things have deteriorated where I live. I'm having trouble with stalking. I'm having trouble with discrimination on the part of police not backing me up and allowing these psychos into my life. And now I'm having trouble with the state abusing my animals as well. I have no recourse. And basically, I have a bunch of junkies filing false reports on me. And, I have no recourse for that. I guess they can't evict them either. So, here I am waiting for unemployment. All kinds of stuff going on. Having trouble with Social Security. Having to work part-time because they don't really offer anything. And I have this problem with this Ron gender counselor in my face all the time, too, because someone has gone and embellished their way through the healthcare files as well locally. While the doctor's office was closed, not taking appointments, they're going through and editing all the healthcare information, too. And meanwhile, people are like sneaking in, getting their vaccines as elderly people? I can't even get an appointment for my 2 senior parents right now, and I certainly can't get any restraining order back up when I have some person I don't even know banging at our door. This is ridiculous. I don't know if you want to count this video as counseling. I really can't. It's just reporting, I don't know, lack of progress.